How you guys doing today? My name is Jason, and if you guys know me, you know that I love to read books, and I usually post the books that I'm reading on my Instagram. And the other day, somebody slid into the DMs and asked me, "Hey Jason, I love you, I want to be with you, I want to be like you, I want to read more books. How do I read more books?" All right, let me break this down to you, okay? 3 simple steps or advice. 1, change your beliefs about reading and books. Basically, stop associating books with school. You see, one of the reasons why people are so turned off by the idea of reading is because they associate books, or they associate reading with those boring ass books that they make you read in school. But I think more deeply than that, I think people associate reading with being told what to do. I know you don't like being told what to do. I don't like being told what to do. But what you must do is you must click that like button and subscribe. Okay, jokes aside, stop associating books with school. Instead, be like me and associate books with money. That's right. There's been a handful of times where basically books changed my life. Books helped me land better jobs with higher pay, give me ideas for, things to talk about with smarter people and more successful people, right? So basically helping me network better, helped me live lives of authors and the subjects of these books where it would be impossible for me to live. Helped me to expand my perspectives and therefore expand my world. I think a book even helped me get laid once. Start thinking of reading books as a way of downloading information and knowledge into your mind. Think about it. The really good books out there. It took these authors, years of analysis, research, sweat, and literal tears sometimes to deliver this information, with conviction and in the most efficient and effective way possible. So why wouldn't you want some of that? It's almost like when you watch a TV show with a character that you really, really like, right? You ever notice how for a hot minute you start emulating this character? You start, kind of like mimicking this character a bit. So basically what I'm trying to say is that you can become this subject or this author for, however the brief amount of time that you're reading this book. Stop identifying books with school. Instead, start identifying books with money. Tip number 2, read books that you like. Get rid of that guilt, right? And stop judging yourself for, trying to muster all this energy to continue with a book that you're not feeling. If you're into fitness, read fitness books, read nutrition books, read sports biographies if you're interested in sports. If you're into cooking, read cooking books. If you're into self-help and you need a shrink, just read self-help books. Remember, when starting out, it's not necessarily what you read, but that you read. Okay, so read what you like. There's something for everybody. Oh, remember, stay to the end to catch up on some of my art this week. 3, schedule your reading time. Look, you can tell a lot about a person by looking at their schedule, okay? There's a saying that, show me your friends, now I'll show you your future. There's also another saying, show me your schedule and I will show you your future. Or show me your schedule and I'll show you what you're like. I don't know. So you don't have to be so exact and, you don't have to literally schedule it. Just make it a habit, right? So what really works for me is I like to read first thing in the morning, basically right after that first cup of coffee in that morning dump. Look, a pro tip is basically have the book visible, right? Within sight, within reach. For me, it's right by the toilet. See, when the book is within sight, it basically serves as a cue or a trigger, right? And this is a very powerful technique when it comes to developing a new habit, right? You want an object that's within visible sight so that it can trigger something, right? For me, once I see it when I'm on the toilet, it automatically makes me, gotcha. I got to start reading right now. All right, so to recap, tip number 1 was change your beliefs about reading and books. Look, we are only limited to the stories and beliefs that we tell ourselves. Tip number 2, read what you like. Look, there's no teacher telling you what to read now, okay? You are the captain of your own life. You are the teacher and instructor of your own life. So feed your brain some of that good stuff. And 3, schedule your reading time, okay? Look, just be like me, just read when you're on the toilet, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, all right? Start small, okay? Start with 20 minutes a day, 2 pages a day, okay? Whatever works for you, but just get into the rhythm of reading. Look, I know it's not fashionable or cool to read, right? But you could be one book away from changing your life. All right, guys, let's do a little art recap this week. This week I basically wanted to kind of like get into the rhythm of drawing every day. You know what? Just like, even if it's just like 20 minutes a day or whatever, right? Boom. So I think this week, was it this week or last week, that DMX passed away. To be fair, I'm not like a super huge fan of his music. However, his music was a big part of my childhood in terms of, when I went out to the club, or, the stuff that would come on the radio while I'm on the school bus and whatever. So, when he passed away, it almost felt like a chunk of my history was kind of like, deleted in a sense. R.I.P. Yeah. So, so this is the portrait of the, the elder lady in San Francisco that was attacked recently by this loser dude picking on a little older Asian woman. Yeah, no, I think she's pretty cool, but she ended up, just kicking his butt. This right here is a little portrait, a little mini 5-minute sketch I did of my boss. And I don't know, this is trying to work on some figure sketches. Oh, this is pretty cool. Again, some figure drawing practices. Basically just finding reference photos on Pinterest, right? This is actually a sketch of Marilyn Monroe laying down and reading a book. Oh, last but not least, I also worked on this little drawing of the Charles Bourke drawing course book. This one actually turns out pretty cool. This is actually probably one of my favorite by far. All right, guys. So that's it for this week. Hope you read more.